Hello and welcome back to a new Age of Wonders 4 campaign. We are going to be playing as Fae Enchantress today. The whole goal of this campaign and the build that I want to do is exploring a deep nature build with some of the new packs from things like the Tome of Evolution, some of the primal stuff with the Fae Mists, and really trying to focus an army around Fae creatures and animals as much as possible. So, that being said, let's hop in. We're going to create a realm. We're going to put it on very large. We're going to add 9 players. We're going to play on brutal. We're going to customize it. And I'm going to customize it mostly randomized. I do want to play on continents because I just think it's the more interesting thing. I'm happy to do no climate. Frostling influence. Okay. I'm going to take off any presence traits. A small underground. Arctic blizzards. Freezing blizzards rage over this realm's Arctic regions. Okay. Death casting. Units grant their owner 10 combat casting points on death. And world seals. Seals are present on the realm. Capturing them will lead to a seal victory. I've actually never played with the seal victory stuff. This is from new Empire in Ashes. I like this realm. I'm interested in this realm. Very large. 9. Brutal. Do we got a nice frozen looking realm here? Those crystals, maybe. Oh, no. Icebergs. Icebergs for sure. I'm going to throw on advanced settings so that I can say rulers are generated. And everything else I'm fine with. Let's name the realm. Because this is a habit I want to get into more interesting. We'll call it freezing death. We don't have any specific. Oh, I guess independent units are frostling transformations. Frost blades and frost arrows. This is actually doesn't really affect my build at all, so I'm very okay with that.
Your journey starts.
Let's take that. Fae in the Icelands. So I want to play as Elfkin because I feel like if we're playing Fae, it's really like the most logical choice. I also very rarely, if ever, have played as elves. So I like the thought. I like the thought. I thought about going with unicorn mounts here originally, but I've decided I want to try Mount Masters, which they didn't have. I don't know when they added this in, but it allows you to just get cavalry without necessarily having special cavalry at slightly cheaper cost. I'm going to go with Arcane Focus. And I'm tempted to say cold-blooded due to the or like Arctic adaptation, but no, because I think we're going to be doing some terraforming of our own as time goes on. So I don't think I'm too worried about the snow, to be honest. I think I'll go hardy. Just for that extra HP. Might help. Lupine seems kind of Fae-like people. I want to go, like, elves are the traditional, like, if you think about, like, Feywild creatures. And the idea is, like, we're mostly going to be Fae creatures, which is, like, fairies, horned gods, mistlings, and nymphs. And then we're going to go a lot of animals. So when I think about it, I'm like, okay, elves as, like, the natural keepers of this kind of group kind of works, right? Oh, my screen capture region is off. You're completely correct. I'm in the wrong resolution. How embarrassing that I did not catch that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's fix that. So we're going to take Mount Masters. Let's take a look at those again there. Hardy for the +8 HP. Arcane Focus for the 15% magic. And then Mount Masters so that additional units become cavalry. I don't think we need to redo the intro. Only way to get rid of ice is tome number 5. You can pick traits. You can change your physical form to anything you want.
What is their origin culture?
We're going to take high. Now, I know this is a little bit weird because I'm mostly going nature, but I do want to go good. And the city stability bonuses here. The food into city stability will work really well with what I'm thinking. And there's a couple of nice things in high culture. In particular, the one thing that I'm really missing in this build in terms of like animals and Fae creatures is there's not a lot of casters. And high gets a tier 3 caster, the Awakener, which with Mount Master gets a mount, which will be extra nice. Plus we get mounts on our low level units, which will also be really nice.
What defines their society?
We're going to take Talented Collector for not a particularly good reason, and Druidic Terraformers, which I definitely haven't played with for like the last 3 campaigns in a row. But A, I want to do some terraforming. B, I want nature stuff. And C, there's a potential lean in with elementals here. It might be a bit later game, but I like the idea of being able to like boost up our guys with elementals.
Choose your first tome of magic.
For our first tome, we're actually going to go Tome of Evolution, which also helps with elementals. We get access to Slither Hatchlings, which are dragons and animals, as well as Wyverns, which are dragons and animals, alongside of a handful of other things. Most importantly, probably is Shepherd. Units with Evolve get +2 defense, +1 resistance, and -20 upkeep. And units with Evolve get Slip Away.
What is your ruler's origin?
And we're going to go for champion, so we can get that 20% XP bonus, as well as the +20 city stability for cities.
Reveal yourself.
Things that are going to be big in this campaign are going to be like city stabilities. Research is going to be huge. We're going to do a real heavy focus on research. And really like XP boosting. I want to play as a lady. I want to be like, the idea is like a Fae Enchantress. So real like pale skinned. Oh, I like that you could be like a red skinned elf. Let's get rid of that hat. Get rid of that cape. Probably a nice white wedding dress. We're going to go with classic brown hair. In maybe a fancy bun. I like the braid work. Who looks the most Fae-like? I like that. She's got like the red to the cheeks. The lighting seems very harsh in here, but definitely not a sword and shield. You would think Druid Staff makes the most sense for a character like this. But if I take Spirit Orb, I get a mount. And I get Magecraft 1. Which is like a free level. So I think we're going to do that. Don't have some of the DLC, there's some chance of terraforming earlier, but not in the standard tomes. The turn into plains doesn't work on ice. Oh, interesting. I know we're going to get one that's like, we can grow forests. But again, I don't know if it'll work on ice. The thing is our realm is like, it's got the Arctic regions are really blizzardy, but the rest of the world should be fine. So as long as we stay out of the north, I think we're okay. Fae without unicorns. Well, here's the trick. We got stags. As part of Primal Fury, you can unlock a bunch of different mounts. We just unlocked stags, which I think are an even better choice for this build than unicorns. It's close. I really like the ability to phase. But the stags are so cool, right? Like, especially with a bunch of elves, they just seem like a really correct fit. Can you take a 30-minute break while I try to understand the game? We can explain as we go. I'm sure we will. We're gonna go with some, probably like a brown, coppery brown armor color. Or we could do green. Let's get ourselves a helmet. Kind of like that crown of thorns. Obviously green does not work with the helmet. Oh! Oh, I kind of like that. What else do we have? There is the druid crown, which might be a little too much. There are stag horns. Maybe? I like that the stag horns also have the crown of thorn as part of them. It does definitely make me look pretty animalistic. White feather like your outfit? Oh, like that? Oh, I kind of like that. Where does the white feather come from? Nature affinity, I assume. We could also take stags. I don't mind the default feather, the default look. For our cape, that's not bad. She doesn't have armor, so cape is going to be a bit weird. Feather cape, fur cape. Oh, it's the bat. I thought I thought this piece of the cape was like the jaw on this creature, and it was like rah, 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 rah. Really confused me. There is the druid cape. Again, it almost feels like overkill going with the actual druid cape. Bird cape. I don't feel like she'd wear a bird is the only thing. Horny agent, of course they'll go with the stags. Listen, we got some big horn energy going on. I don't think this changes with color. Not really, no. Nor does this. I like that this is like a white fur cape with her like white wedding dress. How do we feel about this? The dark green chain. Horns or no horns? I think that's the real question. Tell panther mounts would be like more Fae-like. Oh man, I mean stags are definitely very wintry-ish as well. That's true. Yeah. Reindeer, not stags. I feel like these are stags. But I also feel like they are fantasy stags, right? You don't get the whole Pantheon thing. The Pantheon is just like it's all of your previous campaigns. If you beat them, then your characters enter the Pantheon. And it's a little like meta progression. Why does she have a bra in that dress that looks bad? She should have a cape to cover the boobs, not the bra. I mean, there is another similar outfit. I prefer the arm coverings though. I like this outfit. Need to go through the paradox rite of initiation, play the tutorial, come out the other side more confused when you started. She looks like Malfurion with the horns. I mean, the thing is like there's the tier 5 mythic unit that is the Horned God. And it's got a very similar vibe. The other idea is that I just go with this one. It's toned down, but it does look good. Probably a preserving diplomat. Peacekeeping ruler who believes in good relations. Values alliances and exploration, vassalization and magic. Likes empires that have alliances and trade grievances. Dislikes defeating empires and executing prisoners. Good relations with free cities. Likes empires that don't start wars. Dislikes small domains and that breaks treaties. Alliances, never breaks treaties. Exploration, expansion. Favors treaties. War has to be justified. Exploration, expansion. I think preserving diplomat. Horns look better. She looks great and you've taken 1/8 of the time you take. I've gotten very good at the character creator at this point. Slam down my card for the season pass for this finally. I should try to finish matches in it more. It's good. Even if you don't finish a match, at least hit escape and press surrender, because you'll still get the experience for that campaign. And you'll still like level up your pantheon if you surrender a match. But if you leave a campaign completely unfinished, it just sits there and you get nothing. So even losing, you still win, right? I think the horns. They're absurd, but they're a little bit funner. Our race, we're going to make them tall, lanky, white-skinned elf people. No skin decorations. Armor color. Wood. This kind of looks like wood. Hair color. I was like, I can't even really see their hair color because they're all wearing helmets. I feel like that's a good look. Just in case we want some options. Is there a good pose for her? I actually kind of like this pose. A little sway, the little aloofness. Let's take that. We'll go with that for the vibe. All your bad bills, I surrender to level up. Oh, you got to, right? You got to. Pink armor if you're a Fae. No, I mean, because we're like wood elf Fae, right? That's the vibe. I think we're good with this.
Your journey begins.
We do need some puns, chat. I am gonna need some puns. So pun me if you got it. Sophisticated Fae. I feel like the race name is probably going to be the easiest. Like, I want to just say like Fae elves. I guess Eladrin would be very fitting D&D wise. Fae. Oh my god. Fae is a very good title. Horny Land. The Wedding Fae. It's one mod that removes the bra on this dress. There is a couple of really good like costume mods that allow you to break apart all of the outfits into like arms, hands, belts, everything else. I haven't used them since the DLC launch just because I don't want to like have everything get too crazy. The White Wedding. pedestal. Calendar Arclight. We're getting all the high elf cities here. I want to say like the World Tree or something. You know. Which I guess would be Yedruskal. It's not how you spell that. We could call her like Titania. Think a name generator is disappointed me in a Paradox game like this one does. It's hit or miss. I feel like it often does a good job explaining what they are, but it's not really like cool. Kind of awkward since there are world trees in the game. Yeah, I was thinking that. Sapina Whiteleaf. I think Titania, who is like the Summer Queen, Queen of the Elves, Queen of the Fae in many different series. Erd Tree. We could go Erd Tree. We could go like the Tree of Light. We are high elves, right? So like we could say the Tree of Light or like the Dawn Tree. I don't hate that. Morning Dew. Mightland the Mother. Ooh, just the Mother. Febe Titania the Mother, champion of her kind. High Oak. Dawn Oak. Ganja Tree. I'm trying to think alliteration. And like, is there a tree name that begins with D? Or like white birch, you know? Coconut tree, that's not a tree. What about white birch? And we could just name all of our cities after trees. Laurelin, the name of the sun tree from LOTR. Oh, okay. I like Dawn Tree. I don't know why, but I feel like it fits with the high elf aesthetic. Febe Titania, the mother Eladrin of Dawn Tree. Slendy, pointy-eared beings whose kin were the first to inhabit the realms. They ride to battle on impressive cavalry. They prefer to fight using magic, vigorous and strong, true beacons of health. They take great pride in their refined traditions and wish for others to reach similar heights. Fascinated by rare materials and spend large parts of their lives collecting and studying them. Caretakers of the natural order, maintaining a carefully tended biome. Smoking Oak. Seems Shakespeare is actually the one who came up with Titania and Oberon as fairy royalty rather than some sort of mythology. Is he the original of them? Because I thought they came... Everything that Shakespeare did is like rooted in something else, right? It's typically like rooted in another history or myth or story tale, with some exceptions, but I would be surprised if Fae folktales did not have something previous to that. I think we're ready. Just taking extra screenshots. I never take enough screenshots, and I always regret it whenever I have to start making YouTube thumbnails. Because I have to go back and grab a lot of them from somewhere. Supposed to be inspired by political figures, but the names he made up. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, I love our starting position right now. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings and expand your domain. We've got Awaken Inner Radiance and Youthful Rejuvenation. That's a very good one to have. Units with Evolve have the effect doubled and gain Resurgence. What? That's so good. That's busted good. We're on the edge of the map. We're in the bottom left corner of the map. I love this location. Let's go up, if that's the case. There's a silver tongue fruit there. We start with a lesser magma spirit, a dusk hunter, and a dawn defender who is mounted. We are gonna make... I'm actually going to start with a second Dawn Defender instead of a second Scout, because it looks like we're really boxed into a corner here, and that will be less important for us. And let's grab a storehouse early on. Corner spawn, clearly using hacks, right? Streamer luck. Dawn Defender has more movement. Get him scouting. I mean, I have more movement. I have 48 movement. Bonus food. Dude, I love that. We already start at like level 2. This is a very nice start. All Fae stories come back to a wise woman that lives north of Huddersfield. 2 things you need to know about the wise woman is that she is wise and a woman. I mean, that tracks. I can't argue with that logic. This guy float? He does. He actually has better movement than the Dawn Defender then. For our research, fighters or skirmishers? I think I'm going to pick up Slither hatchlings first. Tracks for me. You're a druid, you need arrows? Arrows are gonna be weirdly enough not something we have a lot of. You would think, being a bunch of wood elves, that we would have archers, but it's not going to be the case. If we end up having ranged units, they're going to be things like elementals, battle mages. We're going to have support units in the terms of like wild speakers and nymphs, and then like horned gods. And then most of our units are going to be like fighters and shock, because that's what animals are. With few exceptions, and we might actually be able to pull some archers out of there. Floating not show up in the movement numbers. The floating number in like the top right here is your movement. So like I have 40 land movement on a Dawn Defender. She has 48 land movement. And this guy has 32 land movement, but he's flying. So he takes less penalties. For traveling over forests. You have picked up a second spot. We're going to go straight to these pastures. Which I actually should have done that a little differently. You know what? I'm going to track population right away. And I'm going to pick up... This is iron here, right? I'm going to pick up a forester here. That's going to boost the storehouse and get us some extra build. Dalton the Raven. And a couple of spears. Okay. And then I'm going to try to collapse in on him. I have a haunted graveyard here. It's bronze. I'd like to get ahead of infestations this game, because it's something we really seem to struggle with. And I'd like to struggle with that a lot less. Flies use more movement crossing. Yeah, yeah. Thing I hate is when you place the spider people, you always start in the corner of the map. That's not always bad. The spider hiding in the corner checks out. Something a spider would say. I mean, it makes a little bit of sense. So he's ranged. Those are both spears. We have 2 mages, an archer, and a shield unit. I'm also very spread out because of the way I approach this map. But I do have cavalry. Let's go like here. Little twin awakening. So these guys get shield of light. I gotta actually remember how this stuff works. +1 defense, +2 resilience. These guys get seeker arrows, which I think is 1 range. Yeah. Then I'm hoping that they all decide to cut in through here, which does look like the case, so I can probably lock them up. Get a couple of nice, very heavy early attacks on them. 100 if I move in. I think I'm going to take that. Ah, death casting. I forgot about you for a moment. Whoa! What? What? Fire heavy mage lock. Ignores 50% of a target's defense. And does 45 damage. Okay. Didn't anticipate that. Do more movement for a charge bonus for attacking. I'm not shock. I'm defenders, shield units, so they don't get charge. I can't believe I'm just short on that. Okay, only the Dawn defenders got 1 shot at least. These guys have some resistances. I guess let's move up all the way. I am going to cast Youthful Rejuvenation so that he gets strengthened. He's going to move, which means he can't shoot. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop. And then bop, bop. Happy he didn't aim at me. I know, right? I don't think he could have hit me as well as the Dusk Hunter. I have a lot more HP. Also, we have 98 versus 53. Dusk Hunters are squishy. We are riding deers. We are riding giant stags. Or maybe we're riding bone wyverns? Very fast movement. Cavalry. 48. 48 cavalry with flying. Feels kind of wrong riding a bone wyvern. The big thing with riding a bone wyvern right now as well is I'll be really easy to hit. I can't hide behind units with a bone wyvern. Is it a deer or just a very ugly dog? Taking this have no archers thing seriously, right? No archers allowed. Not at all. We're going to take Shepherd. I think right away. Definitely going to need more guys. The remains of Dalton the Raven. I could just take his gun. And then I'd have a gun. Oh, he's got a cloak I really like. Plus 10 magic damage. In terms of map moving, the Wyvern won't help you out either. Your army is mostly ground units at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of thinking I might put it on my second character and have them like fly to build outposts. A noble birdfolk. Feudal, experienced seafarers, great builders. Three shadow, 2 nature. Honestly, I think I am going to sell him. I like having guys on my crypt. It's generally a good thing to have. But I'm interested in that channeling cloak right now. Okay, that is all seaside. So we need to move you up there. One thing I really wanted to look for early on was a tree. And I don't think I'm gonna get any. Damn. It's gonna make getting Fae units a lot harder. Castle. Okay, this looks like it's all sea down here. There's a spot there. So Dawn Tree can stay in the corner of the map, but I think it's going to occupy all of this, which means I really want to take my army and just immediately start moving up in this direction. As much as we can. Feudal, but using a gun, right? Quite a combo. Sure, their Dawn Defender. Yeah, all right. Let's boost that. Knowledge is going to be really important for us, so I'm going to get started on it right away. I'm also going to start boosting pops. This is a rainbow clover, 100 relations with free cities and rulers. Hey.
Agent on high, agent on high, agent on high.
Marion, how are you, dude? Thank you for 29 months. Much appreciated it. Having Frostling transformation is good. I mean, here's the thing. We're the bottom left corner of the map, which means if there is Arctic stuff, it's all the way in the top, which is extremely far away. We're probably not really going to have to deal with it that much, so. Gunslinging dragon barbarians. That sounds extremely metal, and I kind of love it. 230. All right, let's kill these guys then. And I can take that rainbow clover right away. What do I need to get some boosts here? Foresters, quarries, quarries, quarries. Sounds like we got that answered. I know we don't have any free cities around us at the moment, but there's got to be one nearby. Kind of always is. You could take the road. There's a creature cage here, a large creature cage, which would be a good bonus for us. We sort of need to heal. In one turn, I can also get a slither. Let's wait a minute. Practice some patience. I think. Rely too much on Dragon Lord rulers. I kind of wanted to play a Dragon Lord right now, but like I've got a few campaigns that are dragon based that I want to play, so we are going to end up with some dragons.
A seal.
A seal. Orc,
These structures can be claimed by any of your armies. Your control over the seals will increase over time, resulting in a seal's victory over this realm.
Every few turns, defenders of the seals will spawn and attack. If you leave a seal undefended, it will be lost until you retake it. Seals cannot be annexed by a city. 876 with a Shaper Golem, Progenitor Golem. Oh, interesting. So I've never played with a seal's victory before. Absolutely, we're going to get rapid evolution. Oh. I didn't realize slithers you have to make. Peculiar. Let's get this workshop because it's also giving us stability. Sick. It's turn 5, so this guy got 4 additional units. Jumping up from 230 to 494 strength. Super, 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 super. Made a terrible dragon ruler, started relying on strategies that make for bad economy due to your ruler's maintenance fees. Oh. Why did I start with the Tomb of Evolution? Because we're going to be going with animals, elementals, and Fae beings, and dragons, all of which kind of evolve. So there is some theory behind that. I really like this start so far. I feel like it's a good position. We are 5 turns in, so I need to start thinking about some things such as like, where do I want to build my next outpost? And I think I'm basically going to grab this tower. Is that ocean right there? No, there's more territory below us. I'd love to set up near a wonder. And like not too far away. Like I'm kind of thinking like 2 territories out in both directions. So like I might set up an outpost here if it's a good spot with that watchtower. Or just past here. I should be spending money to speed this stuff up. Daylight Spears and Sun Priests. I don't really need right away. I have a question, which is, do slithers cost mana? No, they cost gold. Elementals cost me mana. You know what? Let's go straight for the Arcane Institute. And I think I'm going to get a second Slither to replace this Dusk Hunter. All right. So this is a 400 versus 500 fight, most of which is the nymph that can seduce. Let's take a quick save. Try to decide whether or not this is something we can handle. Slither's an interesting unit. I'd really like to play with them a bit more than I normally do. These gremlins have behind you. She can cast that at pretty much any range. All right, I'm going to try that. With, I think, the Slither in the middle. Because they are skirmishers. I'm going to put that Magma Spirit there so that he's a little bit closer. And then, yeah, this should awaken both my frontliners. Okay, it didn't. I misread that, I guess. Okay, good shield walls. Rally and fortune on everybody. You're now backwards. And seduced. Resisted. Nice. Okay. That's huge. Nice. And a miss. What is this ability? Every 2 turns, all defending units get rally and lucky. Oh, of course, because we're on lucky charms. Now, what is your ability? Venomous Spit does blight damage, which I think these guys are also weak to. So is the Nymph. Move them in for a little charm. Everybody does frost damage. Oh, wow. Okay. Yuck. Interesting. Spirit weakness. Oh, because he's awakened. He does spirit damage. Oh, that's fun. Oh, you're a gremlin. You have displacement. Right. Oh, okay. I think I'll actually let the slither hit him. Nice. Flank and spirit weakness on the gremlin. Oh, and it grazed. You know what? I'm going to pull in. He's a level 2, so it is a slightly better decision to fight him. And then, honestly, I think putting the pressure on the nymph is the way to go here. I could then mass awaken this entire group. I think let's do that. If you go Tome of Evolution, Tome of Roots, Tiny Buggers pack quite a punch. We're going to go Tome of Evolution, Tome of Beasts, because I want wild speakers and I want animals. We're going to have a lot of benefits to having a lot of animals in the pack. Ow, ow. Regenerate, okay. I have to make a decision right now, which is, do I heal this guy because he's got evolution? Oh, it sucks. It sucks so much. What's your deal right now? Slowed and poisoned. Boom, bum, 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 bum. These guys are weak to blight. You can't even get to him. Yeah, you know what? I'll allow that. High foliage is going to be generally pretty good here. Just because it gives us a higher chance to hit. Now, I don't want to burn all my mana, but I think I'm going to have to burn some. Oh my god, they take so much damage. They're dead. That's fine. I was going to replace them with a Slither next turn anyway. Ouch. That sucks. It sucks so bad. Let's have you attack him. Have you stay on the nymph. Yeah, I guess the nymph can't do a ton of damage here, but that kills him. We'll go with the flank here. Straight up purging my archers. Yeah. Oh my god, my Dawn Defenders took 12 poison damage just then. What just happened there? I'm very confused about that. I guess her Seduce came off cooldown. Don't have enough mana for anything. 4 blight damage 5 times, so he's dead from blight. You're got 1 turn left. You got to try to burn down this nymph. That was a bit rough. I don't love this 65%. I think I'd rather a 90. I'll take my blight damage here. I guess I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna cast Youthful Regen on him because I don't want him to die. And I'm afraid they're gonna retarget. God damn this nymph. This nymph is being more trouble than I thought she would be. The 2 characters who mattered stayed alive. Not very happy about the change in good evil to keep being neutral. Seems to be as close to impossible. How so? I mean, it's very easy to become evil by just raiding provinces. And it's very easy to become good by just not doing anything. So you can balance the 2 of those, generally. Lance of the Assassinado. This is pretty cool. It's a wooden lance. That feels like it's going to be very fitting on a character like this. She's a mage currently, but she doesn't have to be. She does get that 15% magic damage, though. $80. We can pick up this rainbow clover. Rainbow Clover will also get us, because of our special faction ability, Talented Collector, if we pick up this Rainbow Clover, we'll also get 5 mana, 5 gold, 5 knowledge, 5 food, 5 production, and 5 draft. Seems like a pretty good choice. Hard to turn down numbers like that. We could take Fruitful Integration here for quicker cities. Which is not a bad choice, but seeing as we don't have an outpost or a city yet, I think I'd rather spend that Imperium on a bit of population. Do any of these provinces have any special things? This has got a mana node, and then there is Silver Tongue up here. Granary would require a second forester. The Stonemason would require a second farm. I'm hesitant to take these because they're right next to the Haunted Graveyard. And the academy requires 2 quarries and a forester. Curious. You're a farm. You're a quarry. You're a forester. You're a research post. You're going to be a research post. You're going to be a research post. I might be able to build like a 4 research post thing up here. I'm trying to think about like the special abilities and different things that we unlock with the different books. Like the unique buildings. I want to say most of them are farm and forestry related. I'll tell you what, for right now, because there's a few things I want to build here. I think I'm just going to get a second farm. And then I'm going to get this forester. Because there's pastures here. And there's a gold vein here. And there's pastures here. So actually, if I move down here, that's a lot of bonus food. Huh? That's an awful lot of bonus food. Would you believe it? Death by splinters. Makes the need to go to war early and with small armies, not to mention getting good alignment, like you said, does nothing. And doing any evil stuff messes up the relations with everyone else. I mean, a thing I don't really get is like, if you go good, you get like 20% chance for like positive events happening, and as you go negative you get like 20% chance of bad events happening, and I don't like that it punishes you in that system. That's a concept I've never quite understood why they did it that way. Wow, there is not a lot of stuff up here. Haste berries. Silver tongue, haste berries. I could get Imperial Essence really early for an extra 15 Imperium. That would be strong start. There is a city down here. This is where my friendship city is. Huh. Huh. This is not a very good army. I need animals. 474, 310. I cannot afford to take more scouts. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I really like this narrow path. I think if we put a city right here on this watchtower, that would be a really good spot. I could pick up those haste berries. I'd have all this forest. We'd have grasslands to go into. I could choke off this entire entranceway. Pretty much guarantee my access to that seal for the entire game. The bad events should happen to other rulers if you become evil. I like that. That'd be an interesting trade. Oh, wow. Those seals have very high level guards. A creature cage. Creature cages have a chance of being like elementals, which are extra good for us. I gotta heal one more turn here. Just fine, because I want to wait for another unit. Okay. Keep cruising. Good evil matters most for high cultures as it changes some stuff with awakening. Yeah. I mean, we have alignment agenda is one of our things, which is a big difference. So love being neutral with high, at least from the start. Yeah, I mean, well, you can't like go straight into good easily, right? Like the benefits you get from alignment agenda, right? It's plus 10 food and plus 10 production per city stability above neutral in the cities until you hit pure good, 100% good. At which point city stability is going to give you such a bonus anyway that like you're probably going to make more than, you know, a handful of food and production from that. Let's get wyverns. We'll start casting Rapid Evolution. Destroying an infestation or conquering a free city stacks, stacking in relation to all other free cities. And seafaring. I do want that for when we clear out that haunted graveyard, but I think we can maybe wait a moment. Amazing. All these evolutionary dudes are great for us. Seeing as this army is going to move up this way, I'm going to try to move these guys back down. I like these guys. Entwined Scourges. Tier 4 Battle Mage. Okay, we got the Arcane Institute here. I'm gonna go for the granary. I can't take those pastures. Requires 2 farms, boosted with 3 foresters, though. I really want my population to boom as a nature character. You know what? We could take these guys on. They've got a food stash. I like that thought. You get that bonus food and construction only if you're neutral between -10 and 10. So if you do 2 slightly good things, the bonus is gone. The other bonuses only get when you're pure good. Really? That's very confusing because you also start with +10 alignment as high characters. Okay. A lot of forest makes my archers a little more complicated. Gonna be obscured almost no matter where I go here. I guess if I go 1 step further. Most random awakenings. Okay. That actually wasn't too bad. got a 75 on him. These storm spirits have wind wall or whatever it's called, wind barrier, so they're really, really hard to hit with ranged units, which means I'm just gonna have to move in and engage. I think my ranged attacks are still, like, when possible, the better option. I'm a little bit worried about what kind of damage that ends up meaning for me, but... I'm gonna save my youthful regenerations for my characters with evolution, because I'm more concerned about them dying than I am about Dawn Defenders. Let you take that. That way you can move on them. 25. Flank him, I guess. He's for sure gonna hit this guy because he's got an easy flank on him. That was the right decision. Blast him. Blast him. Blast him. My leather slither baby slowly leveling up. We do get a level here. I think we're going to take XP. Oh, we can't yet. Ugh. Support, and we have Magecraft. Okay. Does restore end your turn? It looks like it does. But it is a heal and it is regeneration. I don't want her to go too heavy into support, but I would like the XP boost. If we can at least get that. All right, she's stuck here for a turn right now. But we gotta move up and get this outpost down so we can start building. Oh, you know what? She doesn't need another Dawn Defender. Because we've got this little storm homie who I managed to forget completely about. There's a monster right there. So let's go around them. We're going to cast Rapid Evolution Enchantment, giving Slip Away to all these characters, as well as an extra 20% XP. Going to be very, very useful. And, like, honestly, I think I'm just going to keep using Imperium at this point. I'm hurting a little on magic right now. but I want research more than anything. Support is pretty good perk. Yeah, no, it is. I don't normally like it on my first character because they tend to have like the more permanent army. But because this army is so based on evolutionary characters, it becomes a bit of a different story. Rapid evolution, turn all units into crabs. I agree. That is what rapid evolution should do. All units become crab. Can we get in there? Not quite. Whoop. Uh-oh. Didn't think there was going to be an army of spiders there. We have new heroes. Because it's turn 10. What kind of heroes do we have? Illyria the Arrowhead, Ilaria the Ponderous, and Quaylin the Searcher. A Death Keeper. That does not seem like us. A Magical Caretaker. Magic origin units have minus 20% upkeep. That could be very good. And Farsight, plus 3 vision range. So, because we have Druidic Terraformers, we have minus 20% off Elementals. So I could give her a pretty elemental army. Also, a lot of the Fae units count as magic origin. Honestly, I think this is a no-brainer. And she comes with a free level of Magecraft. I feel like she needs... If she's going to have that hat, or if she's going to have that cape, let's give her the full outfit. We'll send her this away, and she'll look to make a secondary outpost. Zombies, skeleton archers, pursuers, and a bone dragon. Can't wait to fight that. Planet wants to kill you. Druidic Terraformers, it's one of the new ones. Basically, cities gain bonuses depending on what type of region they are in. I think we're in Rocky by the look of it. So probably 20% production. Terraforming costs less mana and casting points, and elementals are lower upkeep. Plus, we start with 1. Ba, 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 ba. Ah, okay. So I have grassland and rocky. Wow, amazing. So I'm getting 20% food and 20% production in my capital city. That's pretty good. It is hard to say no to that. Stupidly not recruiting anybody. Yeah. I screwed up and got my scouts killed. Nice. I decided to let them escape. Alernia the Ponderous approaches you. I was a lonely child. You realize you're in for a long story. The only friend I had was my nightmare mount, Glimmer. I loved that beast, but then a Grimbeak crow came and attacked our village. Everyone fled except me and Glimmer. She died protecting me. One day, I swore I'd have my revenge on that crow and its kin, and now I've tracked it down and it's killed my best friend. Will you help me kill it and get my revenge? You'll probably get a nightmare mount out of this. I mean, who am I to say no? Dragons look so wicked cool in this game. They did a really good job with all the dragons. No doubt. All right, you're an outpost. No, you're an outpost. Summon wyverns. Dormant enchantment. Draconic vitality. Wayfinder. This is going to be useful later. This is going to be really limited later, actually. We'll take Draconic Vitality. You're still not healed. Pastures. I'd like to heal before going in for this fight, but I don't think that's going to be an option. 1 to 2, 1. 1 to 2, 1 2. So probably this location. Gonna go for the town hall. Also gonna boost that. I'm also gonna summon a wyvern. Magistrate El Sol Oroval, the free city of Arcadia, greets you with reverence. Salutations, Fae Bay Titania, the mother. Your reputation precedes you. It gives us hope to meet a Fae Bay who shares our beliefs. We look forward to learning from you, and we trust you to respect our territory and independence. Shadow. That's unexpected. Astral do. You know what they say? You either astral do or you astral don't. Love your input on Fae, babe. It's great hearing you say it so often. Alarnia the Ponderous, you killed my glimmer. Prepare to die. Oh, sorry, Lux. I can't recall if you said off stream, but did you finish Classified, or do you really want to play some Age of Wonders? I really want to play some Age of Wonders, is what it is. Classified is, while I had been having a really good time playing Classified France 44, unfortunately, there's just been very, very small viewership for it. And it's just one of those things in content creation where, like, sometimes you can't play the games you want to play. I also want to play Age of Wonders, though, so it's a mix. But I will probably finish. I highly suspect I will finish Classified off stream because I was having such a good time with it. For a second, I thought those guys moved off that. I have a wyvern ready. It's also a tier 2. It's a tier 2 spell. Sorry, my bad. It gets bonuses from Shepherd, though, which is really nice. Ooh, it's going to take me some time to level up all these boys. A skirmisher, an archer, a pikeman, a warrior, a defender, and a war shaman. That regeneration might be an issue. Dark armor weapons are my only thing that I thought, a little much. I think some of the Mystic outfits are a bit strange. But I still also kind of like them. If the polearm is on that side, I want to put the Storm Spirit over here. Just realizing that nobody actually Twin Awakens anymore. All right. Out. If I move this Slither in, I could have my Storm Spirit rush the War Shaman. The only risk is that this guy's going to be able to fold out onto him after. Blight resistance. And poisonous. Huh. Are they all lizard looters? No, they're all sorts of different types. Well, obviously attacking him doesn't make a lot of sense if that's the case. Oh, man. This is a bad fight. Nice. That was a very good hit. Ooh, actually, major changer. I'm going to rush that War Shaman if that's the case. Beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop, beep. Let's go for him. This guy's flying, so he does not benefit from low foliage. Or high foliage. But he does fly, which is its own advantage. It's for 18. I'm gonna give it to him. 15, so I can cast 1, 2, 3 of these heals. I think that's fine. French Dragon next campaign? Oh, I think next campaign is a Necro Dragon is the plan, so not enough dragons in France. Asking because I was going to ask you for a spoiler-free opinion on the ending if you had finished. No, but I am going to try to play it off stream, so I will have some thoughts. All coming up Millhouse. New RimWorld DLC on the horizon? Did they just announce that? Tell me more, tell me more. Stunned. Oof, oof. That was a dirty flank. That was so dirty. How did he... not get hit with that? You're still stunned. Ugh. Yuck. This defender is the tier 2 unit in here. So I'm going to go for him first. This guy's weak to frost damage. Of course. I'm gonna take this. Having a debate on like how I want to pin these guys in. I mean, he has slip away, so let's just do that. He'll probably get attacked on both sides right now. Slip away. I was really banking on that slip away just then. Whew. Move you up. Take some shots. Take some shots. Wow, we really missed like almost all of those. This guy is slipped away, so he can't do anything. I hate to do that. Eek. Kind of seemed like my only play at the moment. Okay. That's pretty good. Slip away is huge. It's a game changer for these evolution units as well. Oh, and we picked up a Wind Rager. Frenzy, Wind Barrier, and Wind Barrier Aura. Adjacent friendly units are 30% harder to hit. He is magic origin. This guy doesn't evolve. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this guy in the other army. Even though he's a tier 2 fighter. He's also got really good movement, so I could use him to do some scouting. Let's think now. I'd love to get that. That's 450. There's a spider there at 62. I think let's move back into the city. Because we're going to need to heal up a little bit. Tynan dropping new hints on Twitter. Let me see that. It will awaken. Oh, that's Cthulhu for sure. That's Cthulhu for sure. Maybe a cult? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with how popular the Call of Cthulhu mod was for the longest time, that they would go onto something like that. It also kind of looks like those tentacles are just coming out of her back. Wow, this is really laggy, but... Wow, my computer does not like me alt-tabbing out of Age of Wonders, apparently. It could be more of like a parasite thing.
Possible names: Wexploration, Warchiology, Wellridge.
Withology? There's a couple of options on what that could be for sure. I think it's got, to me, it kind of gives like The Thing more than it gives a cult. And I wonder about if with like ancient tombs and stuff that are around the map, whether or not you could crack those open and like get infected, find some sort of weird alien inside of it that like occupies your body. Few people playing it, the puzzle of getting a colony working appeals to me, but I know if I try it and like it, it'll consume my free time. Seems like that kind of game. Yeah, RimWorld is an absolute time vortex. Just like Dwarf Fortress, yeah. Firefox will remember this. Yeah, we had a big conversation about this the other day, and I think I downloaded Brave, but I haven't actually started using it yet, so. We are going to take Experienced Leader in the hopes that our evolution units level up fast. Virulent Outbreak, Frostfire Detonation. Frostfire Detonation does not seem like a good choice because it's cold damage. I think I gotta take Virulent Outbreak. I don't love it, but I think that's my choice. Okay, Arcadia is really pinned, but they're pinned against the ocean, which means if I pin them further, they'll become a sea colony, which actually does kind of work. It'd be really hard for me to rush both of those pastures, but 4 gold, let's hurry that. Sun Shrine. 10 knowledge income, 3 knowledge per adjacent research post. Friendly units in this domain are encouraged. It counts as a research post. Must be built on an acquired province. So I think if I build a research post there and I have one here, I could build that right there. And then I probably have another research post building I could build on this gold mine. That seems like that's going to be the best value for a Sun Shrine. We're going to be greedy and we're going to take estate halls so that I can pump out more territory. I guess we could take fruitful integration now that we have an outpost. And honestly, at this point, I might as well also just keep growing. I need mana. That should have been a mana post. Actually, I'm going to make this a mana post. The Haunted Graveyard is attacking me, so it's a good thing I'm pulling back my army. Everybody else is good. Console edition comes with royalty and ideology. I'm assuming it's still more than worth it. Oh, yeah. Royalty less so, but ideology is a big one. Yeah, generally that's kind of the thought. Ideology is a much more interesting choice. Royalty is still really good, though, and they do some really cool stuff. Cool, my scout that I just made is being attacked by this dragon. On the bright side, this might mean that this infestation is attacking the vassal to the south and not me. Nice, we escaped. We escaped these. Big wins. Jay Clawscar has captured her first seal. I don't know who Jay Clawscar is. It's clear she's going for a seal victory. You either need to prevent her from holding seals or hold seals of your own. Collect 100 points. Noted. We've picked up Draconic Victory, which allows us to grab the Tome of Beasts. And finally start getting some frontline units.
That shall inherit the world. Their paws will tread on our graves long after their fangs have ground our bones to dust.
I'm going to take the Wild Speaker
upon their
first,
might, if you dare.
so that we have some backup in the back. We're going to get farms, get +5 food. We're going to form an outpost, which is going to take a work camp right away. These guys got another Slither hatchling. Which I don't remember making, but it's okay.
Physics and magic are different in a very deep way. Physics works by describing the forces that act on a system. To predict outcomes, we progressively apply these forces over time. Magic specifies the outcome but not the intermediate events. The clock strikes 12. You are cursed to slay your brother is magic, not...
It's magic, not science? Here I was thinking all this brother slaying that I've been doing is due to science. Been wrong this entire time. 2 mana per quarry in this city. That looks like another animal cage as well. This could be interesting, Lobs Hollow. I need to get another outpost down here as well. My scout, you're healing. Okay. What's a little fratricide between warlocks? Exactly, right? That's how we know thermodynamics and aerodynamics are magic. Conservation laws as well. Langrians, deep magic. Do not speak of them here. If you're expecting me to understand physics and science, you've come to the wrong stream. You be in the wrong place. Big time. Daylight Spears and Sun Priests. What do these guys do? Mending Awaken. Do slithers count as magic units? No, they do count as animals. Do wyverns count as magic units? They do. They do. So she would do well with wyverns in her army. She's got a slither. She's got a fighter. A defender. She's a mage. She's going to need a wild speaker. I should put a second slither in her army. I feel like I have a lot of money right now, so I'm going to spend some. Mana obelisks require a secondary quarry. Real threat. I currently can't cast spells in combat because I don't have enough mana. Just something we got to think about. Something we got to think about. Nerd! Hello! Welcome. Welcome on in. Come on in. Welcome, Raiders. Playing a little Power Wash Simulator. Oh my god, were you playing the new 40K Power Wash Simulator? That's amazing, if so. I tried to get a copy. I couldn't. It looks really fun. Welcome, dudes. Goody Boy Ted. Doc Sean, hello. Hi, 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 hi. Get the Land Raider all nice and clean. I love it. We've just started a new Age of Wonders campaign. We're trying to play as Fae, basically the Fae Enchantress. And we're summoning all sorts of animals and elementals and little dragon monsters to our sides. And I'm about to be attacked by a big bone wyvern that I am extremely ill-prepared to fight. Let us hide in our city for a moment while we heal. What'd you get? A Lesser Tide Spirit. Amazing. Does she have a full army now? Almost. With that Slither and the other Slither coming. Oh, that's great. That Tide Spirit did kill my mana, though, which is not so great. We got to figure out where we're building this outpost. 1, 2, 1, 2. Have you hit that? I think I'm going to build it right here. Grasslands. So we are Druidic Terraformers, which means we get bonuses in different areas. We get 10% gold if the province contains ashland. But the kind of bummer thing is you can't really build anything good in the ashlands except for huts. That being said, some of these other locations are really good. So maybe we will actually build. Yeah, let's actually do that. I'm gonna set the city here in the ashlands themselves. You're gonna go get that food. We're gonna turn off this overlay. Special buildings, you can build those anywhere. Exactly what I was thinking. I won't get those hut spots until I have special buildings that I can drop down on top of them. Let you heal for a turn, and then we'll send you up towards this outpost, which is building walls. You're gonna come down and join that gang. All right, -1. Could be better, could be worse. Solar Nexus. City stability per research post and conduit. Oh, that's going to be really nice, especially in this area where there's loads of that stuff. Oh, and we are getting a new conduit here as well, which will fix our mana problem temporarily. Could this guy produce more bone dragons? I'm not sure that he could if he tried. But I do know that he could kill me very easily with the bone dragon he has. What's funny is this army is basically a bone dragon, and then everything else is not so much an issue. Poison breath. He's weak to spirit damage, which is really good for us. We actually do bonus spirit damage from awakening, so good boy, Teddy. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. What else do we got? No morale. Crush things. Terrifying aura. True sight. Yeah, it wouldn't be an easy fight, that's for sure. I might have to wombo-com some of my armies together here. If I have 2 of them together, he's more killable. She does have a spirit orb, right? While not a very high level, it would do a lot of damage. She's got to heal another turn no matter what we do. So we can sit on it. Defeating an infestation grants you a unit based on the infestation defeated. Destroying an infestation or conquering city grants you stacking relations. This this one would actually be okay for us. We'd get an undead unit, which would not be so great. This is some sort of mystic thing up here. I don't know if that's worth actually spending 100 Imperium on right now. I think this guy just summoned a second attacking army. I don't love it. Perhaps I should make Sun Priests. Perhaps not a terrible idea. Let's wait a turn and find out what happens. We have Wild Speakers about to unlock as well. Magistrate has invited you to an event celebrating culture and artistry in Arcadia. Many aspiring artists show off their work. An actor's monologue is interrupted by another artist claiming the stage. Even our finest artists are not above competition and rivalry, it seems. They want us to pick the one that we deem is the best. Did any stand out for you? A painter who caught the essence of the landscape in a single stroke gives us a nature boon, which would give us 21 stability for 6 turns. We could take 64 Imperium, a turn and a half of Imperium. Or we could say Artist for the Week. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with City Stability. Just because we have nature and I don't really need Imperium. Art Batui. Don't need none of that stinking art. Magma Spirits. I do believe that nymphs will also get Awaken and Radiant Light, which is pretty good, as would any fairies. But other than that, Dormant Enchantment does not affect a lot of people. But there's not really any better choices. I am forgetting that she needs to kill all these birds. She's only got 15 turns to do it. You know what? You're 500 plus change. I'm going to wait a turn. So I'm going to let them burn this down because I want to get this mana so that I can cast spells in combat. She's going to go for those birds in the meantime. You're going to go for that production stash. You're going to vibe check. You're going to vibe check. You got an outpost founded. I'm actually going to build a watchtower down here right now, because I can't really see what's happening. Is that what I want? That's like 100 gold. Let's just go for the work camp for now. You're going to grab Palisade Walls. We're also going to give you... We'll set up here with a... Do I go greedy and just like go hard on research posts? I feel like that is the answer to life right now. If I'm lucky, we can pick up those haste berries pretty soon too. Better to fart than to indulge in art? I have not heard that one before. Art is good. We just don't have good art anymore. Yeah, a lot of our art's pretty bad. I have some pretty cynical opinions on art and the state of art. I did go to the museum this weekend, though, and it was really nice. Got to see some rather pleasant stuff while I was there. Sick! He decided to get another bone dragon in this army. Well, I shan't be stopping him now. Let's kill these birds. Or, correction. Let's quick save and kill these birds. We can trade with these guys. This is actually really good because if I buy... World map casting points. Actually, I don't need that right now. I can't afford that mana cost, but I can't afford that food. So I guess that's just what we'll do. Road building. Or better healing. I do want better healing. We just don't need it right away. Let's take this fight. Back in the day when I was a good young vampire, I mean in the Middle Ages, Renaissance, they had proper art. Yeah, I went to this museum. There was a Henry Moore and a Georgia O'Keeffe exhibit on, or like the special exhibitions. And Henry Moore, I kind of like. His sculptures are weird, but they have some kind of like unique aspects to them. And Georgia O'Keeffe, I find, is a little bit bland, and I think missing in her understanding of her own art a fair bit. But what I really liked about the museum was getting to go downstairs, or actually upstairs, to a different section of the museum where they had the like Holland and Flanders 16th century golden era art, and getting to see all that cool stuff, which I'm a really big fan of. And it's always a nice perk to get to go see. What is your special ability? Whirlwind. All adjacent enemies and displaces them 2 hexes. Gains a stack of strengthened when landing a hit. Oh, that's nice. Oh, he gets that for everything. Ooh, that's really nice. All right, let's see how this little army works. A few shield wall bros. I'm getting blinded by all these crows. Not bad. Oh, amazing. The Strengthen actually managed to get a kill there. Can you spit kill him? Incroyable. Dude, this was a risky battle. I had a feeling that crow was going to do that. But it ain't no problem. Womp. 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 Amazing. Have I seen Antonio Canova? I do not know Antonio Canova, no. Johannes Vermeer and Roger van der Weyden, a Dutch duo to start with. Also Rubens, yes, yeah. There was a lot of like Bruegel the Elder and Bruegel the Younger there as well, which was really nice. I just love that whole period is absolutely right up my alley in terms of favorite artwork. Alania the ponderous bows her head. It's finally done. Glimmer, my old friend, you have been avenged. She looks up at you, Fae Titania. This means a lot to me. Tell me what I can do to repay you. She gets enough XP to level up. We avenged your old mount. Go out and train a new one. A tier 3 white wolf mount that gives pack hunter and frost resistance. It has enfeebling howl, which is not so great, but the frost resistance means that all of the frost creatures, which is like everything in this realm, I get an extra 2 against. Yeah, no brainer. The only question is do I take that for myself? It's a pretty evil looking mount. Not obviously as evil as a bone wyvern, but that's a nice little upgrade. Contemporary exceptions, I do, however, not get the spotlight, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, there's few people who like really get up there with that period of art. There are really good painters nowadays, but it's also just like that style of painting isn't really like appreciated anymore unless it's 400 years old. Bruegel's Tower Babel, out of this world. Love the story of Han van Meegeren. Han van Meegeren? I don't know the story. I don't think I know the story. Would you care to enlighten? I can't take Fae seriously. It never ends well if you mock the Fae. I'm not mocking them. I'm honoring them. Okay, I have to debate whether or not I run my army back right now. And I think I better, because otherwise I don't know that I can get rid of this haunted graveyard. Yeah, this is an astral rift. It's 1,000 points to get this seal. It's going to be very difficult to get that. She's gained 2 levels here. Other cavalry and animal gain flanker and crit. All units with evolve. She's magic origin is what she gets the bonuses to. Magic origin units. So I was thinking her mostly elementals. So I don't know that I'm actually going to take pack leader on her because she probably won't have animals or cavalry. But instead she'll have like elementals and Fae spirits. Honestly, I'm not even sure if Shepherd is the right choice. Punk Bro, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Was meeting myself about mocking the Fae. She may have a silly title, but we shall refrain from laughing at her about it. Ragdoll mod for RimWorld? Oh my god. That's amazing. That sounds like it has got to be too funny for this world. Okay, I wanted to put a wild speaker in here. Probably gonna take out the Storm Spirit and give her the dragons. No. I'd have to take out the magma spirit. I don't have a good front line in this army. No, I'm waiting to see what this guy does right now with his 900-point army, so... $180 for that. We can wait a turn. I'm gonna end up wanting a third army here anyway in a moment, so. All right, so he is gonna keep looting and pillaging. Do I have road building? Not currently, but I could. I think that would be a smart choice for us. Okay. You little stag. We're going to head down to that outpost. Dondry is ready for another annexation. These are pastures, so I kind of would like to take these. But I have to start thinking also about, like, getting another quarry. I need another mana obelisk, which is a quarry. So it's either there or here or in the sea. And right now I'd rather go by land. You're a quarry. I'll make you a quarry and then I could swap that out later. Unless I did like foresters. All right, let's quarry that. I'm having a lot of mana problems right now, so. Most accomplished Danish forger of paintings. Kind of thrown out of art school. He started to forge old paintings. Was only caught because he sold some to Nazis. He admitted his forgery not being collaborative. And a lot of experiments he did. He believed he drew some paintings even when science proved it. I mean, like there is, man, there's so many. I have so many good forger stories. I studied art forgery for like my master's. I wrote my thesis on like using technologies to detect forgeries and like museum security. And I knew this is why this guy probably rang a bell in the back of my mind. There's so many stories and there's so much artwork that comes out nowadays that we think belongs to other people, and like so much of it is forged. The amount of forged artwork out there is disgusting, and a lot of the stuff you see in museums is not actually by the people who you think it's by, like to an alarming amount. I'm gonna move that guy like there. We still haven't cast Draconic Vitality here, which would be kind of nice. Get us some bonus HP on our like heroes and stuff. Forgery is art in and of itself, absolutely. 1 second. Trying not to break things in the background, but books such as The Art of Forgery would absolutely agree with you. As its back quote says, the world wishes to be deceived, so let it be deceived. Which I think is very apt. This is written by Noah Charney, who is one of my professors. And is like one of the world's leading experts on art forgery. He taught me how to forge signatures really well. Give it a few years, we know all art is done by Midjourney. I mean, we're moving to some weird places in that realm for certain. I didn't disappear for that long. I just had to go behind the green screen. It's difficult to reach things behind there. Especially when it's all on pillars, and I'm trying not to knock over all my books. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Earth Mother, Atina Full Pouch of the Elven Builders. Okay, we're definitely going to get along with you, except for the fact that you're a goblin. And also Reavers. You seem like you're pretending to be wood elves, and actually you're goblins who are like enslaving everything around them. Is that the vibe I'm getting here? I think that might be the vibe I'm getting here. Artisan Merchant. Trade grievances, don't break treaties, weak military. Oh, have a strong military and don't start wars. Trading, hard bargains. Expansion and exploitation. I mean, we should get along. Underground Reavers. Interesting. They're out to sea. I'm gonna send them a welcoming gift. Very unexpected. Loved his story because if he didn't confess, no one would ever know. Yeah, yeah. There's a couple of guys who have gone past the statute of limitations and then they've come forward and been like, hi, all of this artwork. Yeah, it was me. I worked up and down the eastern seaboard of America, just like forging paintings of ships and boats. There's some wild ones. A lot of the time forgers are caught because of like a partner betrays them or a lover scorned. There was a famous couple, these two guys in England. One was a painter. He was an art teacher who answered a call in a newspaper to start making genuine fakes, was what the call was for. And he started making artwork in the style of other artists and sold it to this guy who would then donate it to museums that didn't know better, or sometimes did. And that would get him like preferential access. So he would do things like go into the museum archives unsupervised, because they trusted him because he donated so much artwork to them. He would then forge documents in the archives of like old, like Sotheby's auction magazines, or he would do things like he would go through old auction magazines and find artwork that was talked about in the past, but that didn't have a picture, like a proper picture and description for it. He would record all that information and he would build a fake provenance, which is like the history of an artwork from like the time it was painted and all the people who like it sold to. He would go through the Tate archives in England and forge provenances and then get this painter to paint paintings based on those forged provenances that he had placed in the Tate. And the poor art teacher was like stuck in it. He couldn't like get out of it. The guy who was forging all the documents like burned down a house and like killed someone at one point. So he was like a very dangerous individual. And what ended up happening was that the guy's wife or girlfriend got upset at him for something and turned on him and told the police about him. And so the police showed up they arrested the guy who was like forging the documents, and then they showed up at the art teacher's house, and basically like he opened the door to two police officers and was like, oh, thank God it's finally over. Like, I'll tell you everything. Like immediately he served 1 year in jail, got a book deal, got a movie deal, came out, got his own gallery, is way more successful a painter now, is no longer an art teacher. Man, I'll tell you, art crime pays. It pays real well. It's a crazy, crazy story. It's one of my favorite ones for sure. Just missed a call, and I think it was an important one that I was meant to take. I got too excited talking about art. Classic. Enemy becomes distracted in 3 sundered defense. That's actually really good, especially for fighting something like those bone dragons. It could be rebuilt. You guys have made a work camp. Let's get some palisade walls on here. Let's see. We have mana. We have mana. We have iron, quarry, garbage, garbage, mana. Ooh, that looks like silver tongue fruit. It is silver tongue fruit. What is that? Green sparkly thing. All right, this is a terrible set of Ashland provinces. The good news is that at least all of this stuff is mountains, so I can build quarries on it. I'll probably focus on building back in this direction anyway. So we can make that work. Went from kind of funny to very dark. Pays even when it fails, right? Yeah. Follow up the uneducated post. For example, the Mona Lisa in the museum is apparently a copy, if I understand correctly. Does that matter to the average person? Just don't take credit for other people's work. Yeah, there is a lot of belief that Mona Lisa is a copy. There's a belief that a lot of works in museums are copies at this point. And there's been a few times that someone has stolen work from museums and then hung up a forgery in its place and then walked out with the genuine article. That's happened quite a few times. Palisade walls. Do I want stone walls here, or do I just want to upgrade you to a city? At this point, I think I want to upgrade you to a city. I have exactly enough influence to do this. So let's do that. You guys have built an estate hall. You're building a mana obelisk. Let's get a second wild speaker. You're a scout. I saw a watchtower up that way. $11.65 versus $9.54. Folks, I don't know how we're going to do with this fight. I'm going up on numbers, but he's got a lot of Dorgons, so... How many Mona Lisas exist? In theory, 1. It's not like, certain works like, you know, The Thinker by Rodin, like that famous statue of the guy going like this? I've seen like 7 of those in real life at this point. And I thought there was only 1 originally, and then I realized like, no, there are a lot of copies of that work. A lot of copies of that work. Killing momentum for 3 turns. These are stink flowers. Oh no. Stinky butthole flowers. Spiders. I'm gonna get buckled so hard in this fight, I think. They're all melee units. You know, I'll put the Dawn Defenders out front, as I care less about them. I'd like it if we could keep those Wind Ragers alive, just because they're kind of an interesting high level. Okay, I'm gonna have to put a set of Slither Hatchlings here, unfortunately. All right, and we're gonna go Twin Awakening. And we're gonna go Twin Awakening. Enemy units. Why does that hit all my units? And I think that's all I can do here. I do have 87 mana, so I do have heals. But that's assuming that these guys can't just one-shot me. I guess I have Slip Away, so one-shot is kind of difficult to do. Dirty. Gotta be careful. That guy's got Cavalry Slayer. Okay, so let's move you in here. I'm gonna move you in here. You in here. Light damage from my Slithers is probably not going to do a lot on you guys. Spirit weakness, though, on the other hand, is pretty good. I could displace all these guys? I already moved my units up, though. I wish I'd cast that first. My only thought is if I displace, I might be able to get flanks on them and not have to suffer grueling retaliation attacks. But I'm not sure it really matters. Where is my other main caster? Okay, I can try to burn down this guy with Spirit Weakness. This does not end my turn if I cast Restore. You also have Fire Weakness. Unit regains 1 action point when killing another unit. Okay. All right, let's focus on the dragons. I definitely want to make sure my elementals stay alive. So you're missing 14 HP. This heals 18. I'm thinking about like just basically what order to attack in at the moment. I'll go like that. I think I'm best just using all 3 attacks to try and kill these guys fast. For sure, I think that's the right choice. Using my Dawn Defenders to attack these guys is better for me. A pretty good chance I lose those Dawn Defenders. Those spiders are just a summon. So I'm not super worried about that. All these guys have blight resistance, so let's just shoot one at random. I guess. Causing a lot of my characters to get distracted here, but 65% chance. This is only a single shot. I can't reach the big dragon. Why don't we move up and make it a 90? Guaranteed kill. $75. Beauty. Take a couple shots on him. And then, yeah, we might as well just move forward and take a little spit at this guy. Won't do any damage to the dragon if I hit him, so... Okay, let's see what happens. So much poison damage. Oh my god. My Wind Ragers! Okay, he's tail slapping. Oh, the Dawn Defenders. They die on poison if we go another turn. But I don't know that we have to go another turn. I should have used Twin Awakening there. Because it doesn't cost me anything. And it gives me spirit damage on attacks. Let him take it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Spit with you. Shoot with you. Fireballs with you. Spit with you. And we're cleared. Whoo! BWCT! Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Had to put Michelangelo's statue La Pieta behind glass as someone took a hammer to it. Yeah. There's a real tendency, weirdly, with environmental activists to do things like try and throw like paint or spaghetti or like silly string on paintings. And I kind of get it because like the art world is like so super corrupt. But it also seems like a weird thing to attack when it's like you could be attacking other things to get your point across much better. If you're going to commit terrorism, at least like direct your terrorism at a reasonable target, you know? Only takes one person to screw up a painting. Yeah, we had a movie about the ruler who had in the movie 13 Mona Lisas. Do you know if that was close to the truth? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of debate on, again, it's like, especially a painting as famous as that, on whether or not it's even the real thing, so... Thank you, Animal Crossing, for getting kids comfortable with forgeries. Yeah, facts, truth. This is pretty good. We came out of this without death. Champion. So he's going to become a full-grown Magma Spirit now. Right? Yes. Wow, he actually leveled up way faster than I thought he would. He also costs way more mana now, which is a little bit of a downside here. These guys are elite, so these guys are going to become slithers pretty soon. And this guy's going to become a storm spirit. We actually got an insane amount of XP from that fight. Like, I might go so far to say an alarming amount of XP from that fight. Definitely heal. Oh, more Astral Dew. You're gonna vibe. You guys are good. You guys are good. You guys are good. I need 150 mana to cast Draconic Fatality. I need to find some sort of ability that gets me like a mana based on trees or something like that. Is it connected, Agent? What better way to show your disliking of big oil than by defacing an oil painting? It all makes sense if you think about it. Also, birds aren't real. The Legend Council sends their chief deputy to meet you with a request. He wants us to build 3 farms. It's clear now that your citizens are in need of more farmland so we can enjoy a 3rd breakfast like any civilized people should. I mean, I can't argue with that. Will you promise to build more farms? Race relation and a mystery bonus. 2nd breakfast will have to suffice. Oh yeah, man, I'll build farms. I'm getting a 2nd city right now. In fact, I just got a 2nd city right now. So I am a-okay to build lots of farmland. There are pastures right here. Let's start with that. Alandra the Ponderous can take care of this city. I can't yet have a new hero. All right, I'll build a vendor. But I don't like it. I do like our cities, though. Because we took the green, they've got like the green tipped roofs and the wood walls. They do kind of look appropriate for what we're trying to do. +1 Whispering Stone, if we can save up some Imperium. Cyronia, let's call this White Birch. As we start getting more tree names. Dudes, this is a really good spot to be. I'm worried the seals are going to screw up my campaign for victory. You've only got 600 in there right now. Yeah, I'm going to make a play. They're burning down something on that farm province, so this haunted graveyard is by itself, which means I can swoop in and wipe this out, and then the infestation is gone. Now, I don't have Call of Chaos, and I don't have Pacification. But I think we'll just have to live with it. Damn it. I thought he was going to be stuck there for one more turn. If I wait, he's just going to spawn another invasion party, and then I'm going to be up against 3. We got a Pact of Loyalty. Yeah, these guys are spooky, man. I like how we're nature and these guys are like, what if we were death? Oh, no. You gotta be kidding me. He's not sending that at me, is he? A 1,400-point army? He better not be. Because I can't defend against that. Well, there's another tower right here. We might as well go for that. Dim Tur. That's a free city. I mean, we might be able to take it, but... Take that mana obelisk. I'm going to have to go with the Academy. Research is really important to this build because basically all of our units are locked behind high tier tech. So I need to try and stay peaceful. And really, really focus on building up our cities and building up our knowledge base. I think if I attack him... his buddy doesn't get to join in. Magnus the Righteous has captured his first seal. Just north of Dimtur. Getting a little bit worried about these seals, dudes. We got Marcus Prey. We'll grab Summon Wild Companion. I'm going to pick up this tower. It's actually sending this Astral Army after me out here. It is a 1,400 point Astral Army. Sparkling Thicket for an Astral Keeper. There's another seal there. First Barrow. We might as well move up and meet Dimtur. So we can get at least an idea of what's going on. Wild Speakers. Next turn, we'll shift you around. You got Palisade Walls. Well, I guess go for Stone Walls, because I can't really afford to upgrade you to an actual city at this moment. So we'll have to make do. Was at the gym, but I'm back now. Nice, nice. Good day at the gym. Arm day, leg day, back day. How was it? Things are going well. Twitching. Hello. Come on in. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. How are you? What were you rocking today? The Twitching. A Little Dwarf Fortress. Yo, one of my all-time faves. Absolute all-time fave. Great choice. Thank you so much. And in spirit, thank you for the gift sub. We're playing a little Age of Wonders today. We're playing as Fae Elves, trying to get an army of animals, elementals, and dragons. As we slowly work our way out from the very corner of the map that we have found ourselves put into. Now, I do have enough that I could get Call of Chaos. Or Pacification. See, what I like about Call of Chaos is that Pacification... like, this guy's already got 450. An extra 300 relationship modifier here is not really going to do a lot for me. But potentially a big dragon will do some good. Like, I suspect I'll get a Bone Wyvern from doing this. Ayo, ayo, hello and welcome. Heroes of Might and Magic 69. Never thought it would come out. It's got big Heroes of Might and Magic vibes. There's no doubt. It's got a lot of that going on. I can highly recommend this game. If you like 4X games, if you like high fantasy, it is top tier. Meeting the hostile Dimtur. Grim halflings of Dimtur fight for their freedom and stand against anyone who threatens their free city. What are they? Scions of Evil. They're dark scions of evil and ancient wise ones. So be it. They're pretty far away, so they probably won't come down towards us. We also get to meet Magnus the Righteous, who also dislikes us. Skillful Skinks. He's a fanatic isolationist. Likes empires that don't like free cities. Likes empires that trade grievances. I am shocked that we are not getting along. Threat level threatened. Yeah, that's a lot. Rainbow Clover alignment just met. Will knock us down 250. Okay, we could get along, Magnus the Righteousness. His symbol is literally a peace sign. High builders. High, great builders, devotees of goods, underground adaptation. We're running into a lot of underground races, which is surprising because it's a small underground on this map. I think I'm going to send him a welcoming gift. Just to see how we do. Never played the new Age of Wonders. I was waiting a bit more content and some fixes. The new DLC drop has been really good. Honestly, a lot of the problems I had at launch, they've kind of patched their way through. It's been like a slow, steady update of patches, but it's been good along with their content plan. So they have one more DLC left for the season, which I think is Eldrick. And all sorts of weird horrors. But a lot of the like AI problems, a lot of the like easy win conditions, all of that has been patched quite well, in my opinion. How many years since they made a new Age of Wonders? Well, this one is like 1 year old. Ooh, immediately summon a Spirit Wolf. With Guardian Spirit, friendly animal units in combat gain +1 defense and resistance, and Resurgence. That'd be nice. Coast, river, and underground lake provinces grant +2 food. Rivers count as roads. That would give... Oh no, these count as coast provinces. These do not. All right, well, +2 food for coastal is not bad considering where we're located. Dawntree is ready for another annex. I think I'm going to be greedy and steal this pasture, even though there's a grizzly bear on it. And white birch. That'll get destroyed. Let's build a farm. Let's build a farm and complete this quest. Last I saw was made in the 90s. Yeah, no, Age of Wonders 4 came out last year. It's new. It's published by Paradox, who does like Stellaris, Crusader Kings, all those big 4X ones. Not a fan of the strategic threat modifier. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, right? Because like, how is it that you're threatening, and how do they know you're a threat? Essentially, if you're doing well, everyone hates you no matter what. Yeah. I mean, it's less forgiving on lower difficulties. On brutal, obviously, a bit worse. So, sounds just like Civ. Yeah, we're getting the new Civ, Millennia. Actually, we're gonna be taking a look at Millennia on Thursday, which is the new Civilization game coming out, which I'm very excited for. Oh, jolly day! The deputy starts his praise. No longer must we Eladrin be afraid of starving when we fancy our third breakfast. Your name is on everyone's lip, my Fae. Always remember, full Eladrin or happy Eladrin. We want to thank you with a gift. What shall the council proclaim? All cities of Eladrin gain 33 city stability. That's really good. All free cities get 300 relations, so our vassals are going to like us a lot. We could get a bunch of food, which would cause white birch to pop explode decently. I am also hungry for mana. 6 turns. Each of my cities gain 32 mana. I'm definitely taking that. That's humongous for us right now. Should have built something else here, like a quarry or a forester. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why. I guess I wanted that quest. All right, I'm out of money. I'm out of mana. You're out of luck. I can attack this guy before we attack the haunted graveyard, so let's do it. We're mostly healed up. It's a safe battle. We're gonna do a little save just in case. Really looking forward to Millennia, dude. I cannot wait. Here, good day, good day. Have I seen Dune Part 2? Not yet, not yet. I'm waiting, trying to get a crowd together here. Age of Wonders has some DLC, may be confused. This is only the 4th. This is the 3rd piece of DLC for Age of Wonders 4 that we're currently on, I think. Dragon's Dawn, Empire in Ashes, Primal Fury. Yeah, and then there's like weird Eldritch horror coming this summer. Might look for a mod that nerfs Strat Threat. I mean, that's fair, yeah. Age of Wonders Planetfall in 2019 and Age of Wonders 4 in 2023. Yeah. Yeah, and Planetfall's not bad either, right? Love the costume. Dune does a really good job at like the costumes, the set pieces, the whole production side of things is really good. So more of a Heroes of Might and Magic type, first 4X I ever encountered. I highly recommend Heroes Hour if you're a Heroes of Might and Magic fan. They just actually had a massive update last week and added a bunch of new stuff to the game. It's a very like simplified version of Heroes of Might and Magic, but it's really good and it's really fun to play and it's really like quick. It can be really quick matches. Definitely recommend Heroes Hour. So much Bedouin inspired clothing. I was nerding out so much. It's got a good look. They've got a good look. Let's kill another dragon and then let's immediately turn and kill the other dragon before they spawn another one. Yeah, okay, the dragon is literally the only threat in here. So I just need to move up my shield wall. Hiccup. I should cast regen on these guys. Just to make sure they don't get killed. I should have also cast Awaken first there, but I was too stupid to do that, so. Wyvern, we'll put you here. I can go here. Storm Spirit. Magma Spirit. Skirmisher. Sun Priest, Wild Speaker. Just a bunch of little spider hatchlings. Is anyone else able to actually be awakened? I want to say no. I'm going to awaken the Magma Spirit so that he does extra spirit damage. And then I just got to make sure everybody is turned the right way so that that dragon breath doesn't do a crazy amount of damage to me. Which we are. Excellent. Not a fan, just watch the game being played as neighbors. Kid struck by the sheer graphics and amazing sounds. Yes, yep. Emperor's Daughter had this beautiful beaded coif. I'll stop talking about it, but I love it. That's okay. It's a good vibe. Marcus Prey. Is he going to stay back because he's got archers? No, I have all this good territory around me. I also have wind barrier on the Rager. Oh, and I have all these spiders. Let's move them up for sure. Oh, I can cast this on anybody. Forgot about that. Unleash the beast. Oh, hey, my slithers leveled up. Now they're actually slithers. So these are dragons that don't really become dragons. They're flat dragons. But they get Draconic Rage. I just gave them killing momentum. They have melee strike, venomous spit. Yeah, they don't really get anything like all that crazy, but they are very useful. All right, let's wait to turn on this. Saw a review of the first Dune film, the one a couple of years ago. Picked on the costuming. Wardrobe did an amazing job. I think so. Keep on keeping. Do your thing. Love to hear more. Yeah, just refrain from spoilers. I don't mind people talking about costumes, just as long as there's no spoilies. No spoilies in the chat. Basically grew up on serial demos and RuneScape. Yo, yes, I am also from the serial demo generation. A lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Bit of Majesty. Can't say you've ever used evolving critters. I mean, I'm digging them right now. Magic, magic, magic. Magic, magic, magic. I do just got Draconic Rage. Ooh. Cancel Retaliation. Let my Slither have some hits on him. From downtown with the Sun Priest. Dorgon be gone. Spiders. Spiders. Magic. Although, like, the moment I killed the dragon, I was like, all right, nothing else is a threat. Just full attack speed on everything else. You can spit on that guy. But, like, only if he's into it. I don't want this to get awkward. Boop. Boop. Race them up so they pin them down. Let's see. You're my Wind Rager. Let's go here. Attack that one. All right. I don't even think he can move. Not even willing to try. Ever seen the Warrior Nun series? Yeah. Had all the Benny Gesserit clothing. Jessica's tattoos are reminiscent of Kurdish decks. These I do not know. Dude's apologies. There is an ad about to start. I cannot stop it. But if you stick around, there won't be one after the ad is done. So might have to give that a run. Go all Pokemon. Only use critters that evolve. That's basically what this run is. Like, that's what I'm leaning into really heavy. We move back one, and then this guy moves in and hits these guys. Out of curiosity. There's no reason to lose a unit. Especially not an elemental that I can't get back. Now everybody is a little bit softened because of that last fight. But I wouldn't say that that's the end of the world as we know it. Sun Priest. Put you here and maybe you here. These guys sure love to summon spiders. Feels like more than anything else, they're really vibing on the spiders lately. My other set of slithers have evolved. Where are all my guys here? Hold on. Twin Awakening. Mending Awakening. I'm gonna hit a Twin Awakening there. Go with a Twin Awakening there. My Slithers don't have Slip Away anymore because they got too big for their britches. But that looks all right. 2D platform adventures, one space shooter game with lasers and XY controls in space. Crashed into many a meteor. I did just eat a 700-gram T-bone steak. Please unalive me. Yo, that is one big hunk of meat. Friend would give us trades during the ad break. You're right. I normally just get up and leave. I do need some good wait music. One bite at a time. Think you're dying? A challenge at the restaurant? I mean, that is a feed for sure. That is a feed among feeds. Really should cast some spells with these guys. Spirit weakness. You know what? I'm gonna mark this guy as prey because I want these to be flanking attacks. Ooh, I can almost one-shot that wyvern. But without a doubt, this guy is the greatly more serious threat. Two. Two. I didn't even use my flame elemental. Who is left? Just that little spider guy over there? Yeah. Little zombies being attacked by spiders. You go here. Can you get that spit? There we go. I was like, somebody's got to be able to get this low percentage. Listen to so much of the sketchbook for House Atreides after the first film. There were so many motives from it at number 2. Oh, that's really fun. Whoa. All right. Picked up a bunch of knowledge, a bunch of money, a bunch of food. We picked up a tier 3 glaive. Looks like a spear. Cavalry Slayer, Giant Slayer, and Condemned. Plus it's got Whirlwind Strike. That's mean. That is a very mean weapon. It's also fire damage, which is really interesting because everything on this map is frost-based. So if I built a pike unit, basically, that would be really powerful. A necromancer who is part of the hooved primals. Druidic crocodile swarmers. Not bad. And a barb shield. I'll take it. We are also no longer under constant siege, which is the real win here. Because now I can split my armies up. I am about to be attacked by this astral rift, probably. But he appears to be chasing down my scout. So I might just keep fleeing for a little while. See how long it takes for him to catch up to me. We have enough to cast Draconic Vitality. I think let's do that. While we're producing all this good stuff. Only issue was it really feels like the second half of the first film. Yeah, I'm wondering whether or not I should like rewatch the first Dune movie before going and seeing the second one again. I really should send a scout there. I gotta send somebody to kill these polar bears though, grizzly bears. And I want to clear up this silver tongue fruit. And that spider. So this army is 4 support characters and a slither. You are 2 full-blown slithers, a storm spirit, a magma spirit, and a frost wyvern. You also count as magic origin. I think I'm going to pick those elementals out. Put them in here. This is a pretty fun army. A storm spirit, a magma spirit, a wind rager, and a lesser tide spirit. And then put a support character in there. So she's a caster, that's a caster, and the magma spirit's a caster. Then there's 2 fighters and a shock unit. That's actually a pretty good army. I think I will send them across to that polar bear. You've got 2 slithers and a wyvern. What's really strange is that wyverns were fighters. Oh, does it evolve into a random wyvern every time? I think it does. $15 mana upkeep. Ugh. What do I put in here? I wasn't expecting to have 3 skirmishers in this army. Herbivore is very good. Yeah, I really like that perk. Not like that Dirt Paul who was constantly getting whacked. Paul didn't do so well. Help that you watched the first one and managed to line it up so you finished your rewatch less than 3 minutes before 2 began in the theater. How did you get from home to the theater in less than 3 minutes? It sounds like you missed a chunk of the movie. Unless I'm misunderstanding something. This is a beefy army. I could put that necro in there. I kind of feel like I'm just gonna put that other slither in there for now. With the wild speaker. I'm not sold on this. I'm not convinced that that is the good play. There's a tower there. There is no tower up here. This appears to be ocean. But now I know that it is ocean. You watched it on your phone in the theater waiting for 2 to start. My God, you maniac. You watched Dune on a phone. I don't know how I feel about that. I got mixed opinions about this. Build a storehouse here. Next turn it's going to get a pop, so I'm going to just get the boost then. You outposted that cursed barrow, and You also have a city down here called Sunrise. This area is really good for me to have a city because it's grassland and rocky, which means we get the bonuses from Druidic Terraformer. We get bonuses to food and production. Where is this on the map? God, we are such in the corner. I think what I'll have to do is probably leave this and then march cities towards that seal. These guys should all connect. So if I was to build another city, it would actually probably be like here. 1, 2, 1, 2. It would be like here. I don't love being on all this ashland. I guess I could terraform it later, though. We do get cheap terraforming. You watched Dune 1 4 times in theaters. Whoa, dude. That's a lot of time to watch any movie in theater. I mean, if you liked it, though. That's all that really matters. Is poor Scout just being attacked by, like, all the horrors from the Astral Sea? Poor guy. This guy's escaped multiple fights already. I don't think his luck is going to keep up. It did not. Void Scourge has captured his first seal. Magistrate of Arcadia offers her aid during my war with Deem Tur. War is a truly trying time. I could gain a Daylight Spear for 40 Imperium. I don't want any of these. Humble Fae Bay Titania, allow me to introduce myself. I am Spirit Wardian J. Klaska. Many go to make war. I aim to make peace. He is a preserving diplomat. The fertile felines. Oh, we'll get along with you really well. Another underground character. Every single race we've featured so far, we've ran into, has been underground, which is very confusing. You already like me, so I'm not going to send you a gift. Void Scourge is quite a dangerous sounding name, though. It's not really a problem. I guess I could move these guys up so I'll just all level up together. Perhaps I should steal this tower while I have the opportunity. Nice. Summon wild animal, and we move on to tier 2 tech. Love it. Watching any movie on a phone, I just don't understand it. I mean, phones are pretty big now, but a movie like Dune is so fitted to the big screen. It is a bit... It's a hard one to watch. For beginners, would champions be easier than Wizard Kings? It completely depends on your build. There's not really like a major difference between them. I mean, there are major differences between them, but it really depends on like what kind of thing you're building. Neither one is like easier than the other. Would you prefer I drag my TV into your living room to watch it in a theater? Went to the first round of lockdowns right as Dune hits cinema. Oh, yeah. That's no fun. Tome of Fae Mists. Mistlings. Just what we needed. More skirmishers. Staves of Mists grant the Fae Blessing ability to our support units. Fae Embrace. Mist Clouds. Fae Touched. And Lingering Mists. This would also get us the Fae Water Pond. 3 mana per adjacent forester. Well, that would be very nice in my cities. The other thing I wanted here was the Tome of Fertility because it gives us nymphs, which are tier 3 support units with Seduce and Heal. Also, Animate Flora is always just kind of nice. Blossom of Life, always good. Temple of Fertility, always good. Restore the Land. Adds grassland feature to target friendly or unowned provinces. Works on desolate terrain. Turns into fungus fields underground. Doesn't work on mountains or ice terrain. You were right about this, whoever was saying that earlier. It does not work on ice. Bountiful Fields. Food per adjacent farm. Food and draft per adjacent farm. And Revitalized Tome of Fertility's got lots of really good stuff. Tome of Glades has some really cool things like Create Forest. But I don't think we're going to get it. Should we go for the Tome of Fae Mists first? Or the Tome of Fertility? I think Fae Mists. I think we need this mana. And let's be honest, for Fae creatures,
The mist conceals
sort of natural.
It obscures vision and confuses the senses as it claims fields and forests. Envelop yourself in this mystery. Breathe in its damp, cold air and cloak yourself in the fog of the Fae folk. Let it swallow your enemies and have them discover that there is no hiding in the haze from you.
This is summon, so these cost mana per turn. But I'm going to get them first anyway. You guys got stone walls. You're ready to become a city. You're ready to annex a forest. Which will boost that storehouse. We have acquired Astral Dew from our vassal in the south. 15 world map casting points. That's really nice. We're ready with Draconic Vitality. Me, I warned you, which does not work on ice either. The forest. The forest doesn't either. Well, all right. It's okay. We're literally in the southern corner of the map, so it seems like the ice is not really a problem for us. Oh my god. Oh, that did a terrible visual effect. We look undead. Looks like half of our face is rotted away. Vassalage! I'm gonna ask these guys to Did you think they could attack the Astral Rift? I think if they took everything they could, everything they had, they could attack the Astral Rift. They're going to build up an army for 12 turns and then make a play on it. Two turns, and I can build that outpost into a city. We've got slots for another hero as well, which is really nice. Don't know why I'm reminded of the joke, what kind of loser would cheat in PvE games? This is why I only cheat in PvP. Undead elves, I mean, I did think about that a little bit. Plague Bear, this unit starts combat permanently diseased, spreading it to nearby units. That does not sound good. Brutal. This unit inflicts morale penalties when killing an enemy. Farsight, +3 vision range. And Death Keeper. Undead units have bonuses. Let's Guys are level 5. We have that really good pike. We also have a good lance. What's nearby? Lob's Hollow, Storm Scale Serpents and Plague Serpents. Corrupt Souls. Astral Keepers. Got really bad wonders around me. That unlocks a pasture. Oh, right. I can't swim. I was going to go out to that sea treasure, and then I forgot we can't. Yeah, so that's just like a pike. She's picked up her level 4 spell. I'm going to pick up Visions of Woe, I think, on her. She's a magical caretaker. So I feel like her having Astral is kind of interesting. We'll also get her the XP boost. Even though her army's like pretty much ready to go. Okay. May as well kill those spiders while we're here. Yeah, we should be able to just like start pushing out against mobs for the most part. This Astral Rift, while really tough, is also kind of a good thing to farm. The only problem is that I want this seal. We have an academy in Dawntree. Do I go for a Scholars Guild? Maybe. Production of various animal units counts as a forester. The Fae Water Pound is mana per adjacent forester. So if I put you there, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that many, but probably the best option for you. The Sun Shrine I'm going to put up here. It just needs the space. You count as a forester. Or adjacent province with a forest. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 5, 5. If I take you, you connect to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's an optimal spot. But a bit tricky. Yeah, I think I would probably build the wildlife sanctuary here and the Fae Water Pond here. So let's do that right now. I'm not in threat of losing that anytime soon. +3 vision range. If I'm going to make this a pike unit, Vicious Killer could be good. Farsight's not really bad, though. But with a name like Illyria the Arrowhead, I feel like I'm really just like not making her an archer feels criminal. So I think I'll save up for him. Okay, these dudes are ready to go. Let's start finding things for them to kill. Probably out this way. We have some roads here. I'm going to try to expand on those. You're going to grab that to give us vision. There is a creature cage here. No, it's got creatures in it. All right, so they're probably just going to flee out of there then. Y'all are going to move up here as we clear out this swine. It gets us silver tongue fruit. All we need now is the haste berries from over here, and we'll get Imperial Essence, which will be a big jump. Dawn Tree is ready to annex more. There's pastures there. There's a gold vein there. Or there's the forester there. What do I value more at this point? Wildlife Sanctuary or Sun Shrine? 16 knowledge. And 10 food. Or a bunch of draft and animal units. I think I'm gonna go for that. We've got another level here. At this point, I think I'd like to start making her a mage. So let's start picking up some spells like that. Just don't want this Slither to die, and I worry if I go in here, I'm going to have to actually fight this. Nope. Excellent. Grabbing a drink, what did I do? I mean, we're just expanding. We're keeping a chill vibe right now. Cernuda has captured her first seal. All right. The seal stuff is getting out of hand. Cities can expand further, but that also means I have 200 points, which means this outpost can become a city. You guys have made a storehouse. Library. Yeah, I'm not in a rush of anything else there. Forced march. Treaty has expired and we have become bonded vassalage here. I might have enough mana that I could buy that knowledge. We should cast Dormant Enchantment. So we'll start that up. As your troops approach a band of mercenary guards, they raise the white flag. We were hired by a rich merchant to look after these pastures. The leader of the gang, a wild speaker, explains. We expect to protect it from roaming scoundrels, not against a full-fledged assault. Accept our surrender. Gain a wild speaker who is part of the wild dwarves. I'll just let them leave. I can make wild speakers, so I don't really need to buy them. It's kind of my real talk where I am. Is there a road here? I don't think there is. I feel like I'm really suffering on roads. Okay. We'll move you down to these guys. You just got yourself pinned in right now, so let's just get out of here as fast as we can. We set up. We wall off this mountain. You're here. I think if we like wall off this mountain and take this seal as well, maybe this sparkling thicket. Oh, Jay Kloskar is building an outpost right there. Well, that won't do. That won't do at all. The Fae looks like she's had a rug-in with smog. Yeah, she took draconic vitality, and it really visually corrupted her. I think you could turn off visual effects now. Is actually a thing. It's our wild speakers, I think, and our magma mage. Yeah. Toggle visibility. Ah, yeah, that looks much better, doesn't it? Now we don't look like half-dragon people. I don't want to lose too much land to this guy, so I think I'm going to throw a quarry up here and just expand a little bit in that direction. The town of Sunspire has been founded, which we are going to name... Actually, it's in the Ashlands, so I feel like... I mean, if we have white birch, why not black ash? Does kind of seem right. Now, you need a forester to upgrade the storehouse, and you cannot get that. There's mana there. There's production there. So let's go with a quarry to start. Heroes are ready, but we don't want the ones. A friendship with us was declared by Jay Kloskar. And Atina Full Pouch has said that Jay Kloskar has captured a seal and is not to be trusted. Oh my god, are you for real? I can recruit bone horrors from my vassal. Maybe I should take that necromancer character. I could give them my necromancer. I could give them the bone wyvern. And then I could give them like 4 bone horrors. It would take me a while for them to build a proper army. but it's something we could do. Devs look at the most popular mods, see how they can incorporate them into DLC. Oh, absolutely. They did that with a bunch of stuff in this one. The other option was the brutal guy, but like, I could take this Death Keeper. 20% upkeep, or minus 20 upkeep and 20 hit points. 110 on one of these guys, plus if they hit 50%, they get a decaying zombie. Plus, I'd have a Necro in there who can raise undead. I mean, what is death if not just part of life? Necromancer run looking better and better. They weren't joking when they said I got an overhaul. Oh, there's some really cool stuff in there. You can see like the skeleton archers and skeleton mages. This guy's building up a serious army. Oh, wow. Oh, this is really cool. They raise like our race, so they get all the same bonuses that our race has here. On top of them being undead. Let's go here. Then I'll probably attack those guys. Oh no, I should kill these spiders for sure. I'm gonna have these guys make a road up to White Birch. Wild Animal and Wyvern is ready. The plan was for the third army to be just like an animal army. We also have Fae Mistlings coming in. This is good. We're really well set up with our armies right now. I think I gotta just save up for the brutal guy. As tempted as it is to make a big necromancer army, I don't quite think it works. Not without access to like something like a Cursed Barrows. That would also get me something. And I want to absorb these necromancers into my empire, so. Whoa, cool. So we built a Fae water pond, and now Dawntree is covered in Fae mist. Wow, that is quite the visual change. I love that. Target province becomes misty for 3 turns. I mean, that would be very helpful for us for attacking. Okay, you're gonna kill these spiders. Which we're gonna have to do manually. With our big elemental army, we do have a hunter, a spider matriarch in here, which is a very, very high level animal. Wind barrier. I'm actually going to leave this guy back so that he can charge. What I'll do is I will... Well, let's hit a Twin Awaken and then conjure an animal. Gore-Tusk piglets. Twin Awaken, and the rest can chill. We'll move you up into that wind barrier as well. should be fine. Might be time to make the Morrigan, female human wizard queen ruler. Necrofocus, army of Raven Crow themed bird people. I mean, we had a run that was not that far off it. Actually, when we beat the last mission in the story campaign, that's kind of what we did, was crow people. I really, I don't know what I was thinking here, knowing that they have this many hunter spiders. I have set myself up for failure. Oh my. A wild speaker is dead for sure. They resisted all of that burn damage. There is no way in hell you stay alive. Yep. Hunter Spider Baker too strong. Way too strong. You're very weak, so I'm going to let you do that. You've got fire weakness. Yeah, you know what? Displace. That then becomes a flank. I should have probably done Vision of Woe, but... let's cast Heal on this guy. Yikes. You really won't kill him. Enemy units in a 1-hex range fumble their attacks for 1 turn. If a unit's attack is a fumble, the damage is reduced by 50%. I can't believe he doesn't kill this guy. Unit sustains 4 lightning damage each turn. So he dies, but not before he does damage. Yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. I get electrified up a little bit. Whew. He still came so close to doing it. Hello, Mona. Hi. Have to check the VOD. Yeah, we didn't get to get like too far into that campaign. But I'm pretty sure that character was actually called Morgan. And they didn't have cool crow stuff back then either, so like, you know, I wouldn't mind revisiting it to see what else we could do. What a foolish waste of that wild speaker. Because I produced an artisan workshop. Yeah, I'll build a shrine here because I'm apparently making 0 mana at the moment. Well, if you start sneaking across this way. It would appear that these guys are going for my city. So let's carve us a nice little road. Yeah, clearing out the extra resources up here would be really valuable. Cool, this rules Feywater Pond. I'm definitely going to want to make that everywhere because it's a really nice effect. And if I could Feywater this whole peninsula, I would love that visually for us. Would be a big fan of that visually. Melee Spear, Sun Priest, Bone Horrors. Yeah, I don't think we want any of these guys at this point. So I think that's our plan. But that is all the time we got for today, Mona. We got some other things we got to do today. So we're going to be back with this campaign tomorrow. Thank you for joining me in the meantime. We'll be back. We got Age of Wonders most of this week until we have Millennia later in the week on Thursday afternoon. So stay tuned. We've got lots of cool stuff coming up.